Well,
This
is what the warm up usually is. It's the parts that you go, damn, I can't believe I'm on this show. Hey everybody, Toray here, Cawfee Tawk. Special guest here, awesome special guest we're gonna have. But of course, we got Helvanis, Danny, Skyhaven, Sky,
Hey guys.
Leap Freak, whichever way you go, we call her Sky. And of course, Olaf, Nalagag. Doi is missing in action. We've texted him, no answer. There you go, Doi. That's all love. Like we start our episode every week, we're going to talk about what's going on. So we're going to start off with Haven, what's going on with your week, any shout-outs, any projects you've been working on, and we'll go down the line.
Well, thanking sponsors like I usually do. I want to thank someone that Olaf has never had the opportunity to have, which is rich, wholesome, low-fat eggnog. It's fucking delicious.
Yeah, Olaf... where he's from, basically, I like to call him Norwegian, because he's far in that little corner over there.
He's on one fucking island.
He's on an island by himself, and basically, between Greenland or Norway, somewhere around there. He's in a little island by himself, and they don't have eggnog. So he never had eggnog in his life, so we can joke
Never
around.
once.
Never had eggnog.
In my life. Never once.
And Christmas time is all about eggnog. It's all about the eggnog.
Yes.
We have oranges, so small oranges.
We got Mexicans that sell oranges everywhere.
It is
Hey, I can get away with that, okay?
Yeah.
It isn't ordinary oranges. It's like small, specific oranges. It doesn't taste like a normal orange.
Tangerine.
Besides that, I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, I've done tons of videos on all the information we got from Blizzcon. I went, tons, literal tons. I have 12, 13 videos out on this shit. So if you haven't checked it out, 17 to 21 vids.
That's what it feels like every time.
Dan has spoken.
Every time I go to my subscriptions, there's five videos of Hal talking about Warlords of Draenor.
By anyone's asking, Helvanis does look choppy for the main reason he is live streaming this for people live. He is also taking care of comments and questions asked, because I cannot have it since I'm frapsing this part. I can't have another screen open because it'll start. Fraps is very delicate. So any questions and comments, he will be reading off Dan or Olaf. They can see the screen. I can't. So you got any question, guys, from the live version of this? Chat away, ask away, and we will answer them. So sorry to cut you off. I want to mention that.
No problem. Like I said, just check out those videos if you haven't. There's a lot of information there. I go over class changes, level 100 talents. And I'm also going to be doing a little secret project here in the next few days. So maybe you'll see some familiar people in this chat be in that.
He's going to dance.
Just
Okay, Dan.
Welcome golden here in Canada, eh?
Nothing much here. Latest edition of Beast Mode Skyrim is out. I basically went into a dungeon and had some fun as a werewolf. As usual, I got my other things in the pipe, mainly probably another Barman video. There might be a resurrection of an old character of mine called Mazafrappin the Great, the Red Ninja. He's a human rogue that I used to muck around with, but I deleted him. He might make a reappearance on the Moonguard server, basically just to see if they can handle him.
And Dan is sporting a lovely spirit hood with floppy ears and waggly paws.
He's going to call.
Remember, guys, he says Skyrim Beast Mode.
Then it's going to go to a corner.
Since we're going on sponsors, Spirit Hoods, spirithoods.com. Go to Trade Chat's channel. I think she still has a discount coupon code you can use for either. I think it's either 10 or 15% off.
You whore.
Sky, your turn.
So I recently reached 100 subscribers. So gave a little bit of a shout out to everyone.
Bravo!
Thank you. And I put out my thoughts on the level 100 priest talents. And soon I'm going to have a video out, basically just my thoughts on some of the announcements from BlizzCon. So look forward to that.
Very nice. A link to Sky's channel will be also added to the links of everybody else here.
Hey, don't cut her off.
Oh,
Sky, please continue.
sorry.
Yeah, that's actually about it.
Okay.
Excited for the new expansion.
Who aren't?
Olaf! Bazaka!
Not much. Just been playing all of Warcraft. I recently started playing Need for Speed World with Hal. We did it earlier today. And I finally beat Portal 2, which was amazing. I loved the ending. And
Don't spoil it. That game's 2 years old. People haven't played it yet.
Dumbledore dies.
Dumbledore dies. Damn it!
It's not like there's
Yeah.
four, 6, or 12 different Let's
Wait a
Plays.
minute, did Snake kill him?
Yeah, exactly. It isn't... Not much has happened since last week, when we was Cawfee Tawk.
You still rich?
I'm still rich. And also now I'm talking about my lovely sponsorship. I'm sponsored by Mana. So you aren't a real man till you have tried these. This is
What
gonna
are
make
they?
me...
Did you just say sponsor was herpes? That's what I heard!
Manne.
Anyways.
M-A-N-N-E.
Herpes, they'll never clear up.
The silent killer.
Abortion and pizza. Your loss is our sauce.
Oh, no!
Okay,
That sounded bad.
so with me, nothing's been much, a lot of Cawfee Talk stuff. I'm happy to get, this many. Sometimes we go like a week or two stuff, or real RL stuff. Like with me, it's a lot of RL stuff. Like my living room is just packed with boxes. We're moving hopefully soon. But that's it for me, RL. But I have a special challenge for everybody. This is more like a favor. It's a special shout out I'm giving to you guys. And if everyone here can just spam the hell out of it, this one is going out to Smurv. He needs 10 more subscribers to hit 4K. So I'm only asking 10 people to subscribe to him.
I'm making 10 new accounts.
He's
now.
at 3,990. So if you
Making
can just
10 more accounts. Don't worry.
10 subscribers to Smurv. Man, honestly, if you never heard of Smurv, he has a series out right now. My Life as a Mage. It is a leveling series, but it's like a leveling series you've never ever seen before. It is so damn good that when I watch it, I'm like, I want more. It is one of the best leveling series I've ever, and we can all agree on that. People have seen.
Yeah, I love it.
It is amazing. I want to see more. So let's shout out to anyone in live stream, retweet it. Let's get him 10 more viewers so he can break the 4K. That's my only thing I'm asking for everybody. Let's try to get him to 4K. It's not really 10 subscribers, and we retweet it.
Yeah, definitely
keep
do
Smurv
that.
alive. Keep Smurv alive. And
We want to save Smurf from
Hooray!
big oil.
And that was it for me. So let's get into topic. See what
This is going to be a long episode.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really long episode. So basically, this is like another continuation of BlizzCon. This is the storyline that was released by the devs or the designers. Garrosh escapes, goes back in time, stops the orcs from drinking the blood, and he tries to form a unionization of orcs. Tries to change time in itself, that they didn't drink the blood and nothing happened before. So that's basically what's happening, and we need to stop him.
Do you want me to elaborate on that?
Would you?
Okay, so what he said is true. He wants him to stop the drinking of the blood. But what that does is that stops all these clans from dissolving. Because the reason they dissolved is because some of them didn't want to drink the demon blood, and then they fought back against it. And then others drank it willingly. So they accepted this power, and they accepted the fact that they were going to be pawns. Now, if that didn't happen, Garrosh's dad, Grom, the beast himself, would never have died. And then Thrall would never have taken over of the Horde. Therefore, the Horde that we know today would never have existed. And the Iron Horde, if they continue with this, the Iron Horde is the full force of the Orcs. They are just the war machine that we all used to love and know in Warcraft 3 and all that stuff. So, well, pre-Warcraft 3, Warcraft 2. So basically, without the corruption and everything that they've gone through, the only one of them that's corrupted is Gul'dan, because he's been drinking blood left and right. He's weak. But yeah, without the corruption, none of the things happen that setting forth the new
basically
the new Horde.
That army would destroy the Alliance completely.
Yes, this Horde would not be shoved back.
Yeah, they would not, and it would just alter time completely. Just everything would just be destroyed. Mm-hmm. So that's basic the storyline. Anyone who wants to know the more information, you can always go into lore. Wawiki has more deep intel. That's where I usually get all my lore from. In case I have any questions of, oh, this is a character, let's see what his lore is. I usually go to Wawiki and get all the... So, the clans that we're going to deal with in this expansion. We got Gormash. He's going to deal with the Iron Clan, the Iron Horde. We also got Ner'zhul.
Dorotan.
Mm-hmm. Blackhand.
Gul'dan.
Yes, Gul'dan. There's 7 of them, right? 7 that we're going to have to deal with?
7 warlords.
7 warlords. Out of the 7 warlords, let's go down the line. Who do you think is the most fearsome out of all 7?
Oh.
You basically, it's going to be like the one that you don't want to mess with the most.
Like you see him walking down the street, you almost shit your pants.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say Garrosh. Like Grom.
Well, that's what Grom.
I would say Grom.
Hellscream.
Grom's just a bad dude, man. He is fierce.
He's a guy you don't want to mess with.
I mean, he was controlling demon blood.
The one I'm most excited about, I'm a huge lore noob, by the way, just so you guys know, but Kargath, the leader of the
Kargath
Shattered
Bladefist.
He's like the leader of the Shattered Hand. He sounds amazing. He choked the ogres with his chains, cut off his own hand, and now he has weapons as his hand, and all his followers...
He does look scary looking.
Yeah, and all his followers cut off their hands and put weapons on. I think that's the coolest one that I've heard about.
Dan?
I'm kind of tossing between Gromash, Grom, and maybe Gul'dan, simply because Grom was just such a pardon my French, a badass. When he took the blood, and he was already beforehand, and it just made him more. And Gul'dan, just because he's already corrupted, it's going to be interesting to see how the story plays out with him being one of the few corrupted orcs out there.
Yeah, he's on the phone with Kill Jaden every night, just talking.
For me, I had to say it's Gul'dan. Because if you know lore, he is the most twisted and diabolical out of all of them. He will turn and stab someone in the back faster than anything, just for his own power.
Oh, he did with Ner'zhul.
Pure evil. He is pure evil. I mean, honestly, I think he has he doesn't care who he steps on. Second would probably be Ner'zhul because that's the Lich King, baby.
Future Lich King.
That's the future Lich King. Did you on? And here's a little plug. If anyone who doesn't know who Noble is, he does lore stuff. He's amazing. I didn't even know this. That Ner'zhul's body, he ripped his spirit, he ripped his soul out.
Now Kil'jaeden ripped his soul out.
Killed his, and just started shattering it and then putting it back together, shattering his soul, putting it back, and over and over and over, just to toy with him,
to torment him.
And then when he got tired, he put him inside the Lich King's body armor, and into the sword. Is it the sword or the helmet that has his soul?
The helmet has his soul.
It's the helmet. All right, so he tossed him in the helmet. But imagine that your soul, and he just like shatters it and then puts it back together, and then shatters it and just torments the hell out of him.
Thank you for giving me
all those years of torture.
That is just
you get
pure
encased in
evil.
ice.
But
Thank you for giving me nightmares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got all these leaders coming up. We don't know what roles they're gonna what storyline they're gonna actually be doing with them. They're gonna stay to Warcraft 3, or they're gonna like write off a different story with them. But we do know that the Horde are gonna be starting in Frostfire
Ridge.
Now that's pretty cool. I mean, we got a snow area. Finally, we have a snow area
with lava,
with active volcanoes.
I mean, like I think it was Haven that mentioned that Northrend was it Haven or Doy that Northrend doesn't really have much snow.
Just certain areas that happens to have.
It's like very little snow.
Northrend was mostly green.
Yeah, I mean, what was the place where Ulduar was had patches had snow, but really didn't feel like a whole snowy
Storm
area.
Peaks?
Storm Peaks and Ice Crown have the most snow.
And Dragonblight
Hills didn't have much. Dragonblight had a little bit, but it was forests.
No, it had a majority of the.
It didn't have that feel of snow when you went there. You know that snow, like when you go to what's it called, Northrend of Orgrimmar.
Howling Fjord,
Winter
Spring.
Winter Spring.
That feels like a snow area. That feels like an actual snow area.
Yeah.
But when you go to Northrend, it just didn't have that feel. And maybe like what the video says, you know, you see the snow going across. You actually get that feel that you're in, you know, a snow area. I'm really excited for that. I'm kind of a little ticked off that the Alliance, right there, and I'm pointing to Elite Freak, their starting area is the Black Temple.
Yep.
That is...
That's awesome.
I'm like, that's not right. That's not right. How come they get Black Temple?
He just pissed off he didn't get the cool house.
Because Metzton's tired of receiving Alliance hate mail.
I think so. I think it's all the hate
like, Chris Metzton, give something to the Alliance. I'll fucking cut your ear off. I'll do it.
Well, actually, it does sort of make sense simply because, you know, before Black Temple was Black Temple, it used to be a Draenei building of some big significance.
It was a big city.
Yeah. And
people wanted to see this place.
But it's just, I mean, Black Temple. How cool it is! My main city's the Black Temple.
And you don't have Mr. Illidan going around saying you're not prepared.
What if he's a cook NPC there? That'd be sweet. You're not prepared.
Yeah.
Your lunch is not prepared.
Look at the notes. But who is it? It's one of the bosses, one of the main orc guys, has their camp right in front of basically right in front of the Black Temple.
Ner'zhul and Gul'dan, if I remember right.
Ner'zhul and Gul'dan. That's two guys. Basically, as the Alliance walk out, like two of their major forces are right there. Two of the big name guys are right out front of their doorsteps. So
well, one of the things I'm liking is, at least if things go the way they say, I mean, everything could be tossed out the window and something come up new by the time it actually gets put out. But they're saying that both the Horde and the Alliance, we're not given a place to go. We have to actually
take it.
You have to take
it before we can actually say, you know, hey, this is ours.
So basically, Horde populated servers will have like a bigger jump than Alliance populated servers, so that bases are going to be built up. That's basically what's going to happen.
I doubt it's going to be that way. When I think that they're saying you're not going to be given this city, your character individually will have to do a quest line to make it phase.
You don't think it's going to be like the...
I don't think it's going to be a launch
like
event. I don't think
TOT
it's going to
Island?
be AQ.
The TOT Island, you have to do a certain... The server has to do a certain percentage for it
I doubt it's going to be something... Yeah, they probably won't do something like that right out of the box.
Because to be honest, you know, if it's they can't really do faction versus faction because there is a lot of imbalance on a lot of servers. And
but won't all the servers be connected by then?
Not all.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's see. We've got probably about 6 or 7 months before we even reach beta.
Well,
like open beta.
According to Ghostcrawler, the way he's talking, we're looking at maybe a June launch. June launch.
They better start beta soon if that's going to happen.
They said that they skipped 5.5 so they can push out beta fast enough. So they're putting all hands on the expansion. So we might see beta as early as January, maybe February tops.
I hope that doesn't bite them in the butt.
That's probably open beta. I know that everyone knows there's going to be a select few people who are like, hey, here's a closed beta. Come in and talk about our game.
Total Biscuit.
No, that won't happen at all. No.
Total Biscuit. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
So one thing I found really cool that they talked about for both of them, both factions, is before you go into the pass, there's kind of a launch. There's kind of like an event that you have to actually do. The
launch event.
There's a launch event that sends you off to there. So it's you have to do a whole bunch of quests actually before it even sends you there, and it gets you familiar with the storyline and what's going on before just like jumping in. Like with the pandas, you were on the boat, then you landed, and you got to do a whole bunch of quests. This actually gets you psyched and prepared to go back in time and save. To let the past be the past.
No, we're not going back in time per se. It's timey-wimey shit, but apparently they're just bringing this timeline to coincide with our current timeline. Nothing's going to change in our timeline.
As Noble said, timeline is such a touchy subject. They should have honestly not messed with time. It's just...
Old gods did.
It's old gods did it.
So fucking confusing.
It is. I mean, we're going back in time or we're not going back? Are they putting our Rome to the back? It's just... Go ahead, Sky.
I hope they show the Dark Portal actually turning red as part of that launch event. That would be really cool.
That's a great
We need a cinematic of that. We do.
You know who I'm most looking forward to see? I don't know if he's actually going to be alive or around that time. Medivh.
No.
I want to... Is Medivh going to be around that time or no?
Not
is he
dead?
Be
there.
Is he dead at that time?
He's just not there. Like,
is it before Kill Jaden corrupts him?
Well, this is during
Kill Jaden is Sargeras.
I mean Sargeras. Sorry, so Sargeras corrupts him.
This is the time that Gul'dan is talking to Kill Jaden, which means he hasn't made a pact with Kill Jaden yet. Kill Jaden's just like, I got power, bro.
Yeah, come on, come with the real team.
Come with the real team. So I don't think that we're not going to see Medivh at all because he's just too powerful a character to mess with.
Do you think we're going to actually see either Sargeras or Kill Jaden in an expansion as a patch boss?
I think maybe we'll fight an avatar of Kill Jaden, but I don't think we're going to fight.
You know how Blizzard loves to rehash. So a Sunwell raid again?
I don't see a Sunwell.
I
mean, they might do something similar, but I don't see them actually doing a Sunwell raid.
We're going to predict it here. Let's take votes. Karazhan. A redo of Karazhan. Who says yes?
I say yes.
I hope so.
No chess event. Get rid of the chess event.
I want checkers this time.
So, with all that, I'm really excited. There's really not a lot to go in there, because they haven't released much information. Like Sky is, I'm a huge lore geek. Like, if I see an NPC, I will stop, go on to WoWWiki and see what that NPC did in the world. How did it affect? Because they were like, oh wow, what's going on?
Just a second. I would like to personally thank Boppo World for allowing me to ban him in my chat.
Oh, what did Boppo World do?
Yes,
well, Boppo World's like, hey, give me a beta key, bro, for Hearthstone, and I don't have one. So fuck that dude.
Oh, speaking of that, I forgot my sponsor. Sorry, guys. We want to get into this subject. But, my sponsor is petroleum jelly, made for a man, but satisfied for a woman.
Oh my god.
I told you I was going to get it anyways. I always tell you guys.
You said my Vaseline thing was that.
Now I get speechless. I win. On every sponsor, I have won so far.
No, you haven't.
Well, who would I lost to?
You have lost to Doy.
On what?
I was his sponsor.
Oh.
Yeah, Allagag was sponsor. But I hate to be the one to say this, but can we get back on topic? I know I'm the one that usually derails us. But...
I know. Yeah. All right, so I know. It's just I can't wait. I think this is going to be one of the greatest because I'm a lore geek, and I love lore, and meeting these old things since last time I feel like I'm actually hi, how you doing? Was the Warcraft 3 was the last time I actually played alongside these guys or did storylines with them. So actually meet them, like my character to meet them is loregasm. It is. It's just awesome to see them.
I don't know if I was the only one that felt this, but I mean, after the trailer, I had the greatest urge to make an Orc and a Draenei for the respective factions. So I did.
I have both.
Well, I had something similar, but it was more along the line was, man, I wish Dan's show I didn't change him to a panda. Because he was originally a Draenei shaman, but when I moved him to Horde, I was like, let's just make him a panda.
So let's move on to some other topics that were discussed at BlizzCon. The biggest thing, housing. This is one of the biggest topics because for many years people have been begging, the developers to have player housing. Now this is not the player housing that we want and hope for, but this is pretty damn good. We get our garrison. We get to design it anyway. You have minions, which most of this stuff was taken from, we all agree, SWTOR with their companion buddy system. All their ideas with companion buddy. If no one has played SWTOR, you have companions with you, and you send them on missions to gather resources for you and craft stuff for you. But, the only downfall is that it actually costs money, so you got to send them out. The longer you send them out for, 24 hours, the harder the task, the more rewards you're going to get. Now, of course, while upped it up, you can actually send them to 5-mans. You can send them to raids, which sounds cool. Them to raids. I like that idea. Maybe they'll bring back they'll loot an epic and send them to you.
But the people, I think their most, their qualified concern, which is completely valid, is so that just means that casuals are going to get their gear from using these companions.
But
that's not the case.
Chance.
It's a small chance, but I mean, they're saying it's a guaranteed chance when you send them out, but it's just going to take a while. So they said a raid is going to take 1 to 3 days or something like that for it to be done. So what I think is going to happen is I think it's going to be random loot. So it might be something that your companion can wear, but it's not necessarily going to be an upgrade for you.
That's a great idea. With the player housing, I don't think anybody here has played Star Wars Galaxies. Anybody?
I haven't had a chance to. I never tried it once,
but I didn't even get it to work.
And if Doy was here, he would be like, yeah, Star Wars Galaxy. He plays Star Wars. That honestly had the best housing system ever. First of all, it was in real world. So basically, a planet could hold certain amount of houses. If not, you have to check another planet, and you have to check another planet. So basically, it was first come, first serve on the planet. If not, tough luck. And you could decorate the house any way. You could set up, put ornaments anywhere, decorate any way you wanted. It was up to you. It was endless how you can decorate your house, and that was awesome. That's a feature you'll never see in any MMO because it's very linear, just straight. You have to go. But it's a nice step forward. You know, they're actually giving people what they want, and they are listening because honestly, I've read forum posts about player housing, and nothing was actually done. So we're gonna go down the line. What part is your favorite feature towards player housing? Haven.
Me? Well, I guess it would have to be the fact that they can craft for you, because this opens up the ability to use professions that your character does not even have.
Good point. Yes.
You can have an engineering NPC in your camp, and let's say you give them the mats for, I don't know, give them mats for a mechano hog. They have a chance to make this mechano hog for you that you otherwise would have had to pay thousands upon thousands of gold for another person to make for you.
Yes.
I think that's good. In that stance to the speaking, I also think it's bad because it's going to devalue the ability to have other players do stuff for you.
True. That is a very good point. That is a good point.
I'm not going to be rose-tinted about it. I think it's an awesome idea, but I think it's going to devalue the professions that other people and other characters have leveled up.
You got to also remember they also said limited stuff.
Limited, yes. So my example of a mechano hog is probably not good.
It's too high.
But maybe they'll make those cores or something that you need.
What's your favorite? What are you looking forward to the player housing part?
The fact that you can have minions. I think it's kind of interesting. You just bop somebody on the head and say, "Hey, come to my house.
Work now.
And do stuff for me."
Jump, Donnie! Jump, Donnie!
Yeah. I can just see that happening. The zug.
Snoo time.
It's going to be interesting to see how Blizzard decides to play that out as far as how do you recruit them, what exactly do they do, and all this other stuff. But the fact that you could say, I'll send my minions out and they'll get me stuff, I think is interesting. I'm wondering about what they've also the one thing I'm not liking about is the rumors of getting loot. I would probably wish for more information on what exactly would be available and stuff. I wouldn't mind the occasional, piece of epic loot every so often or stuff, because I know getting a weapon out of from personal experience from raids is like near to impossible.
It's the worst.
So,
damn.
Yeah. So yes.
I just thought of something. You know how I said that there might be a chance that you get something that might not be particularly for your class?
Yeah.
Well, what if they said they guaranteed an item. I don't think they ever said that it was specifically going to be an epic item. What if you get like a blue?
A pet or something.
Or a pet.
He goes, look, I found pet for you.
I found a pet for you, and you're all like, hey, I wanted you to go get me this Sword of a Thousand Truths.
It's a worm.
You beat them down for getting you a pet.
I just thought that might be a point to make, because I understand what you're thinking, right? Like, they never gave us much information on that. Continue.
Yeah, but, that's about it. It's going to be interesting to see how they do it and what they do it, but, how they, do everything. So we're just going to have to see.
If they do it, use jelly.
Oh, God.
Anyways.
Sky?
I was
Sky, your turn.
I think I agree with Danny. I don't think loot should be an option for them to bring to you, especially epic loot. But any materials, I think it's kind of just a different way of the farm. But instead of actually having to sit there waiting for your farm to grow, you've got some minion out there harvesting stuff for you. That's pretty cool. And the thing the detail about the garrison I think is the coolest is that you can decorate it, I guess, if you get an achievement with the head of a boss that you've killed. You can hang it up.
Yes.
That sounds really cool.
Nixia head mounted there.
Yeah.
Let's see Deathwing steal it this time. I want his jaw to be like my couch. It'd be sweet.
Have two heads of Ragnaros.
Okay.
You went to IKEA. Deathwing's jaw.
I don't know that much about player housing. I've never been so much excited for a player housing. Never really cared for it. That might be because I've never tried it, of course, I never played Star Wars Galaxy or any type of game that has a player housing. So I don't know.
I've wanted it ever since Rift did their dimensions.
Rift, Lotro, DDO,
EverQuest.
They all
half
have
of
player
those,
housing.
half of those games I haven't even tried. I don't even know anything about.
That's because you're uncultured, because you live on an island.
Hal, you live on an island too.
Yes, but mine's shaped like a fucking lobster.
Chug some maple syrup.
But I am excited for the companion and everything. If it works just like in the SWTOR as a shit, sure, that would be fun. It's just with the gear and everything. I don't think gear should be an option. There might be something you have a low chance of getting, kind of like the Burton's work and on the Timeless Isle. Should be like a low chance, and doesn't even have to be on your specific specialization. It might even just be a normal standing item, like the items you get on this isle. Has a
low
random chance.
Low chance. Toray has 8 of those fucking things in the first day. I hate them.
And that was before it got nerfed.
To close this section off, this one thing that was never mentioned by any of you guys, which I think is awesome, and I just noticed it because I wrote it down, was pick a zone for your base. You can be in you could be in spring, a nice green area. You could be in snowy area, volcano area.
And you can move it too, right?
Yeah, and you can move it around. Summer house.
If you're tired of Frostfire Ridge,
bring it to the beach or something.
You could put it in Shadow Moon. You don't have to be near your own faction's city to do it either, which is sweet. So I'm going to be camping outside of fucking Alliance City and picking those off.
Yeah, you can see him. All of a sudden, he hits someone and then runs back into his house. You can't.
I'll just run back to my house. And the best thing is there's no load times.
We used to do that in SWTOR too. In SWTOR, people will wait in their houses. Someone will come out flag. Pop, shot him in the head, kill him, and run back in the house. You can't kill me. I'm in the house. And you just stay in the house. Or go on top of the roof and just start sniping people. The freaking bounty hunters. So I'm going to wrap up that little section. There's so many sections we still got to go through.
Oh, man.
All right.
We're all going to be old men and women by the time this is all done.
Why should you chuck her out?
This one is a kind of a short topic. It's pretty quick. What do you guys think your one character boost to 90? You think it's gonna, it's giving another handout to players, or is it giving hope to that one class you wanted and you never? Because I feel, all right, it's awesome to have that boost to 90 for a class you already play. Like if you want to you want to go on a friend server and you want to do a level 90, but don't use a class you never played, because honestly, if you don't level that class from scratch, you're never going to really, really know how to play that character. You'll be asking around, what's my rotation?
Well, actually, Kelrick mentioned something on a recent video that said that apparently with this free boost, there's going to be sort of a starting thing, sort of like the DK starting area, so that you can sort of...
Just level a character, learn your class.
Also,
I don't want to do quest thing, it sucks!
Your story quests are going to be making you use your abilities. And they're going to teach you how to use those abilities in a proper sense of the manner. So I'll understand how to play a priest finally.
I'm going to make a level 90 mage. How do I use my abilities? There you go. Smash your head on the keyboard.
That eerily seems close to a rogue.
That is true.
Rogue
I
is
play
just
a mage.
fan of knives.
My question is, are people going to be able to boost if they never max to 90 in Mists?
Once you buy this expansion pack. So if you're a brand new player,
you can have a level 90 right away?
Wow. That might be
everything up to
terrible.
MLP,
I think
And
that
then
might be
it's a
hard.
double-edged
you're going to be able
sword.
to do that.
It's a double-edged sword.
You could have people
You get a new
who-
guy, he's level 90 right away, and he's like, where are the class trainers? You're 90, you don't know where that is. How do I get to Orgrimmar? You're 90 and you've never been to Orgrimmar? How do I go to Stormwind? Yeah, just go to the Orgrimmar guard and he'll show you where Stormwind is.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
also, you wouldn't have any gold. Like, you're a brand new player, and you have this level 90.
beggars. Level 90 beggars. Spare some trade.
I think you're gonna give you like a 2k gold or something like that.
well, they're going to give you kind of like they do with this, the instant
Resurrection.
85.
The Scroll of
yeah.
Resurrection, they gave you greens that were at the level that you're supposed
Of that.
to. Yeah.
They're
Bags.
entry level.
Also, epic flying. If you didn't have an epic flying before.
Yeah.
Then I want my
Which-
5k gold back.
Yes.
Yeah, but if it's on a new character... I mean, if it's on a new character, you're not going to be missing that anyway, because that would have been 10k you would have had to pay for 2 characters.
That is true.
It is double-edged, but
Yeah.
I think, personally, it's going to be good for returning players, maybe not so much for new players, but like I said, they plan on doing storyline quests that help you with those abilities, and of course the tutorial that they're going to do when you...
Ghostcrawler also mentioned if the level 90 thing actually works out, instant level 90, they might actually put it in the store.
I don't see it
What?
coming into the store, though.
He mentioned they might because, what stops a player from that has money keep buying new accounts, getting them to level 90, and then all transfer them all to one account, and then taking get rid of that account.
That is true.
I mean, yeah.
If someone has the money, they'll do that, and I guarantee there are people. There's a guy, the dual boxer guy, the multi-boxer. He has like 20
Prepared
accounts.
WoW.
He has
Prepared
20
WoW?
accounts.
What about Prepare WoW? He has 60.
Yeah,
60?
that dude.
Yeah.
That dude has 60
He's a
accounts,
streamer.
and he
Why?
fucks everybody up.
He streams almost every day with all his 60 accounts, just griefing people in his towns like Stormwood.
She's seriously
Taking over the shrine, fucking with
Yeah.
Swifty.
Seriously,
Yeah.
that
There's
boy
videos
needs to
about
get laid. That boy needs to get laid.
The worst of all, he's
60
married.
accounts.
He is
He's
If I had
married.
60 accounts, my rent would be out the door, taking half.
Yeah, but he
Of
makes
your
like
accounts?
he makes like billions.
My
Of,
accounts.
he
Then
makes
you
like
guys
billions
compete
a year.
against each other.
That boy,
AV!
he's definitely like that guy from South Park on this.
The funny thing is, he actually used that picture as a blocker for the chat.
He uses it, yeah.
So honestly, to have that many, that's just sad. That boy, he needs to get laid. Sorry. All right, so that's we had a with the boot.
Oh, we never even
did we
talked
go down
about
the
what
line?
one...
No, we didn't go
No,
down
we
the
didn't go
line.
down
We
the line.
talked about it.
So who we're at on the boost to level 90? What do you think? All right,
I think
we'll-
you're the only one who's
We'll
talked.
start. Yeah, we'll start with Haven. Your thoughts on the boost to level 90 instantly? We get sidetracked so much in this
that wasn't
chat.
that wasn't the original question. It was what one do we want?
Well, all right. So which one would you choose? And
It's
what are your
tough.
thoughts on level 90? It's instant.
Because
like
I'm-
instant.
Because I'm leveling my monk, I wouldn't do my monk because I'm gonna level my monk to 90 before this whole thing even hits.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm thinking maybe I've never done a priest, I've never done a mage, and I have a level 87 shaman, but I don't want to level one again. So I'm thinking maybe a priest. I might try to be Sky Haven.
I can help.
Or I'll be Haven O'Heels, the priest.
Haven
yeah.
O'Heels! Ooh, the resurrection of Haven O'Heels!
Haven O'Heels. But yeah, it's either a priest, mage, or shaman. I've leveled I have a rogue, I have a hunter. Those classes just don't really apply to me because
30 or 40 pallies.
150 pallies at some point on my account. So yeah, those classes, and what I think about it, I think it's good if it's once and they don't put it in the store because that's going to ruin the game.
Definitely.
Go ahead, Danny.
For me, it would probably be a new character and probably a class that I am not familiar with. simply because I never liked, even with all the adjustments or everything, leveling from 1 to 90 is just a pain in the butt. Not necessarily in the lower levels, because you could just power grind instances, but
80
once
to
you
90.
once you get to past BC,
Hygel.
all that other fun stuff is just tedious.
Oh, don't even say about Hygel. I remember leveling that on a PvP server. I couldn't move without getting ganked. Oh.
What, PvP happening in a PvP server? Say it ain't so.
No, it's just how Havana sucks.
See,
in
I've been on an RP server my entire time of playing WoW, so I can't stand PvP servers. They just irritate me. I can't.
Well,
I like to quest in peace.
I've survived the hell that is Storm Reaver, so... And that's with both having the target on my chest.
Hobbs.
Yeah, that's having both the Alliance target and the I'm in Hobbs Guild target, so...
Sky, how about you?
I definitely will start like a new character to make the most out of it.
And I'm Thorn Brotherhood. Sorry.
And I actually, probably a horde, because I don't have a horde.
Thorn Brotherhood.
And I want like the achievement where you have like a max level character on both. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
what's it called?
I just got the double agent a few months ago.
Double agent. Yeah, so just for that, even.
See, she can hang out with us,
On Thorium Brotherhood.
Thorium Brotherhood, sorry. Yeah, it's water.
Yeah, there's colds going around.
Yeah, because you can pick any server, anything you want, right? It's just... Yeah.
I'm thinking, yes.
So... Yeah, if you want to try a different server, if you want to try a different guild, if you want to try a different faction.
Good thing is you won't be the only girl in the guild, because we got tons of them.
Also, won't be excluded from being hit on.
No, we want her in the guild, Hal.
Number 1 whore, right here.
Anyways.
That's the reason why you're my bottom bitch.
So, any thoughts on the automatically getting boosted level 90, or...
I didn't go
with it.
I think the once for people who already have like done the process is really good, but
not eligible to new accounts.
Yeah, that's I think kind of scary.
Or at least it's eligible once you have your first 90. That would be good.
Yeah.
Nalagag?
What I would personally use, also Tor, if you don't remember, I asked actually this question last week on what class we would choose. Class I would choose, I think I would just choose a Warlock. I like Warlocks, they're really fun to play.
They are fun.
Nalagag.
Yeah.
Our plan.
We're
gonna do it.
Just make sure you use this, okay?
Anyways.
Alright, so let's
it's weird because usually in all the lovemaking I do, I use this.
Anyways.
Yeah. But what I think about the instant 90 for people who has the level 90, I think that's a good idea. That's a no-brainer. For people who hasn't, it's kind of both, because a lot of people want to have a level 90, but they don't want to go through the whole grind from level 1 to level 90.
I think it's fun, honestly.
Yeah, but you have done it so many times, you don't like it.
But just like Dan says, once you hit level 80 and you hit Hygel, you just don't want to do that. You don't want to do Catechism.
I like Hygel.
Hygel was the best.
Alright, so let's move on to the next topic. This is like...
What about you,
There's
Tor?
a few things in here. I already talked about me.
I wasn't actually finished.
I would probably do another mage.
Nalagag's not
I
even
wouldn't
finished,
do a class that I
I
didn't
didn't
know
even finish, Thor.
Oh my goodness! Don't want to mess up Thor. Go ahead, Thor.
But the thing is, the Ghost Scroll was talking about, if this is a success, that they're actually going to put it in the Blizz store, that's not a good idea. Because that implements a system with a pay-to-win system when the game has a subscription.
I agree.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. If the game was free-to-play, I could kind of see that it work, because when the game is free-to-play, it's of course going to be a pay-to-win system. They have to get money somehow. But getting in the store at this state, Nope, not while they have a subscription.
Yeah, and we've already been confirmed that WoW's not going free to play anytime.
We got
soon.
2 more parts to hit.
Yeah.
This next part is like a whole bunch of things in one, but it's so short, so I'm going to put them all into one topic. First things is heirloom gears. They're buying an account.
Yay.
I'm so happy. Like, if I want to go level up on a friend's server, my heirloom gear is there. My DPS won't suck. Everything's good. I love that. Next thing is customizing your bags. Love that. Especially with my bags. I'm like, where's the last thing I picked up? Where's this item? My bags are always full.
That's just Toray's Alzheimer's kicking.
Yeah, it's my Alzheimer's kicking, man.
Quest
items
kicking.
not in bags. That's awesome.
Oh,
Hallelujah.
And another idea that they took directly from SWTOR. When you craft, items are taken out from your bank and not your inventory on the tune. So you can toss all your crafting materials in the bank and not worry about it, because it's automatically going to pull from your bank and you can craft. So no more stuff.
The quest items not in your bag was directly ripped from it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, actually, technically, with SWTOR, quest items aren't in your direct inventory. There's another quest
There's
inventory.
another, quest item
Just
tab.
not a tab.
So, your thoughts on heirloom gear, custom bags, quest items not in bags, and crafting directly from your bags. Haven, your thoughts on those?
My thoughts on that? I like it. I've been wanting that for a while because I'm tired of looking at my bags and going, oh, my slew of enchanting mats is everywhere. So instead of them going everywhere, I can just say, oh, I want my Frostweave bag to hold those ones, and then everything else goes into different bags. So I think that's amazing. And the crafting thing, that's sweet, because you don't have to have that enchanting mats in your bag to do your enchanting. Just put it in your
how many
bank.
times you have to say, oh, hold on, I gotta go to the bank, get my materials. Just wait right there while I enchant you.
Yeah. None of that anymore. You don't have to do that. The only thing that's going to suck is if you're not the one that's enchanting. You're like, I still got to give these.
By the way, do we have any questions or anything from chat?
No, it's been pretty dead.
They're just quiet and listening?
Well, there's like 6 people here, but they're just quiet and listening, and I think most of them are us.
It's nice to listen to.
All right.
But yeah, I think it's an amazing system, and I'm glad they're putting it in.
And how about the heirlooms?
I've been wanting that for years.
That's another thing that's been asked mostly
since it started.
Sending heirlooms from one server to another. I think they just said, screw that. We're just gonna bind on an account, and
it's all on
account. Just pull them on. Yeah, it's just much easier.
I like that, and I'm so glad, because then I can finally start leveling these tunes that I want to level.
Exactly.
On the 7 different servers you have tunes on.
Yes.
Hey, I've been pretty good. I've been on Thorium Brotherhood for months. Yeah, I have so many plate heirloom gears. I hope they give me my money back.
Dan, your thoughts?
Heirlooms, very happy about. Especially, it'll mean I'll probably jump Horde and do Horde and Alliance, do Alliance more once I find a new home.
You hear that? He's leaving us, Tor.
No, I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna stick around. It's just that I'd like to do some things on Alliance because I got Alliance friends.
Alliance.
Oh, you know where he's going? Darkspear. Hobbs is there.
No, because it's a PvP server, and I suck at PvP. Okay, you lost my train of thought. What are we talking about again?
Heirlooms, custom bags, quest items in bags, and crafting directly.
Crafting directly from bank would be interesting. The only thing is that I wish things would automatically go to the bank. Because I know sometimes I go around and I mine and I'm like, oh man, I gotta lighten this inventory, and so I have to go to my bank, drop everything, come back, and start doing things again. And so I like it, but unless you're like an enchanter or something, you're really not going to use it much. Wake up now. And
It's 1 a.m.
1 a.m. Damn.
Only 1 a.m. Man.
It's 8 o'clock here.
Only 1 a.m. 9 o'clock, motherfucker.
And I like the idea about quest items because I'm cheap sometimes. You know, I believe in earning what you get, which is why I don't
take handouts.
Well, I don't take handouts. So, there was only one time I actually took a handout, and it was because it was a present. It was back in BC days when somebody paid for when the rest of my guild paid for my epic flying, in my first mount.
I have a story to tell you later.
But I will have netherweave bags, the 16-slot bags, up until I'm a max level. And then, when I start making money, I'll get the royal satchels or whatever. And I'm the kind of person, I gather quests from the entire area, and I go out. And when one of your bags is full of those stupid quest items, you're like, oh my god, I don't want to turn these all in because I still got 3 more to go, but I need bag space. So I'm happy for that. As far as bag customization, I've really never had a problem with bag space, simply because I usually organize my bags anyway, so I don't think it's going to be I'm glad for some people that it's going to be there, but it's just going to be okay, cool.
All right, Sky.
Well, this is one of the things I'm probably the most excited about, which is kind of lame. But I go to my bank, and if I open up all my bags on my main tune, it's just an entire screen of random tabards and toy items and vanity items.
Hey, this is
You gotta have toys.
This is a family stream.
It's a family video.
Yeah, right.
On that note, she's just like, look at this milk chocolate clusterfuck that I call my bank.
So, yeah, it's just terrible. So this will open up, more than 50%, I think, of the bag space just on my main.
Agree.
So
Same.
I'm really excited about that. The heirlooms, it looks like the way it's going to be organized is it'll gray out the ones you don't have yet as well, which is really good because I have heirlooms on so many different tunes, and whenever I have enough valor to go, or justice to go buy another one, I always have to go on each tune and try and remember which one I have already.
Sometimes if you actually bought the same one.
Yes,
I've done that too, because I don't know where it is. I know I know I bought this, but I don't see it anywhere. I go buy it again.
Exactly.
That's why you have alcoholic.
Yeah, what's sad
That's
about
why you
it
have
is
alcoholic. You see exactly where it is.
Yeah, on my Alliance server, I've got 3 clothies, and I had to purchase BOA gear for each clothie. And I'm like, man, this is going to be another 2,000, 3,000 gold I'm going to have to chunk out the window.
Yeah, so now I think you'll actually be able to just buy one of each, and then when you move to an alt, you can just take it out of the inventory and put it on the one you're playing at the time. Yes. I think you only need one of each now, even if you have tons of alts. So that's really cool. But yeah, same with Danny for me. The bag organization, I don't really have a problem with that, but I know lots of people complain about that, so that's really good too.
Now hold on. I just equated your bag space in your bag to a milk chocolatey clusterfuck, and you're like, nah, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem organizing my bag.
Well, it's organized, right? I have 2 complete bags of tabards and 2 complete bags of Christmas costumes, or you know what I
mean? Fucking girl.
No, it's organized. It's organized, but it's just really full. But yeah, overall, really good.
All right. Nalagag, your thoughts?
I'm really excited for the BOA system. Because especially for me, because I play on Dual Mall EU. I've been playing on that server since 2005, launch of Europe. And I always wanted to try out going to another server, but it's all the things like, but then I don't have any heirlooms, or I might even have to. Yeah, say hair. I don't know why. But fuck you, Hal. Now I lost my track. Where was I?
Skyhaven is
Making an alt on another server was the last thing you said.
There was. I always wanted to try a new server, but I never wanted like to transfer one of my characters all the way to another server just to get here heirlooms or just start completely over. There's always been that difficulty with me. And now that the BUA is actually going to be abandoned on the account, I might see a possibility for me playing on Silver Moon or maybe even Argent Dawn, playing with Calric.
Exactly. I think it actually will make people expand to other servers now that they have the BOA gear and the grind is not going to be that painful.
Yeah.
So I agree. That is great.
So also the bags, it's not going to make a difference for me because I use an add-on. So I can just, if I look for something, I can just search. And also I have another add-on called Alcoholic, which I can just see how many I have, where they are, if there's in my bank, or if it's in my bags, or which tune has it. It's not really gonna change that much for me, but I know there's a lot of people, as Skyrick says, of course, there's a lot of people who's gonna be happy about that.
All right, so we're gonna start heading to our last topic. This one has been asked for a long time, and I personally think they're doing an amazing job on it. Is the character skins.
Oh, the character models.
The character models. They are
Those
redoing
models
it.
look so sexy.
And it's almost like 3 times the amount of pixels being used from the original.
Yeah.
To make the new ones. Orcs look amazing. The undead look, oh my goodness.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
The undead right now so far is my favorite. The way they did it, it's like you look at them. It's like you're looking at a statue. It's done so well.
I like the Tauren.
The Tauren looks good. The gnomes are the ones that I'm most shocked about because I was like, wow. There is such a huge difference between being this little cartoon pixelated thing to what they have now. Wow.
I'm definitely rowing a gnome female.
Now they
yes, you would.
Now they actually look like a human.
I cannot wait until they come out with the night elves. The female night elves, especially.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The way
those
they
look.
look.
I can't wait to see them on Druid.
Honestly, those are the ones, and the new blood elf ones. I'm actually looking forward to.
Did they confirm that they're doing that?
Yes, they confirmed they're doing blood elves and Draenei.
Yes.
They're not going to be doing right away goblins and worgans because they're still considered the newer ones. So they're not going to be putting them out right away. Maybe if there's enough time to do them, they will do but not. They're not considered. They're considered already done.
Go Rape a Potato has connected.
So, hold on. Someone just jumped.
Snowbow.
I know, but I got to vent mute.
Yeah, I got mine muted now too.
Okay. So I'm really excited. I saw the ogres just look amazing. Number 1, of course, like I said, it was undead, followed by the female gnomes. That was just their facial expressions. It's amazing. And it's something that honestly
I'll pay you again to dance like that later, Ola.
It's gonna make Moonguard players swarm more to Moonguard now.
Oh man, there's a girl here with her top off.
So, your thoughts on the character models, starting with Haven.
Simply put, well needed, well deserved. Cannot wait for them. They're going to be amazing. It's going to be nice to actually see.
So far?
My favorite has to be the undead, closely followed by the Tauren, because the undead just look so badass. Like, it might get me to play my rogue again.
Which class are you looking forward to? Also, which class are you looking forward to that they haven't put out? Now, you can actually say trolls they put out because you think of Vol'jin. That's pretty much the look that's going to be for all the trolls. Yeah. That type of animation, so you can actually say trolls are out.
The one I'm looking most forward to, I'm thinking, is female blood elves.
That they're gonna. Oh wow, I cannot even imagine.
Oh man.
Yeah, you just want to.
I say specifically female blood elves because that's basically just both genders, since blood elves are themselves. Even though me and Tor are known for our blood elves, yeah. Can't wait to see. I hope they make the blood elves a little bit more buff as well.
Yeah, you know, I feel bad. It's like, I'm sorry, but whenever I see a female blood elf tank, a pally tank,
I'm like, you would break if you swung your sword.
Seriously, how do you even block? I mean, they look like they struggle to block. I'm like, oh, the sword's too heavy for them to swing. It's so funny seeing them. They're so
Death
dainty.
Tracker says he's looking forward to Night Elf and Blood Elf females.
Yep. That's what I'm looking forward to. Dan, your thought. What are you looking forward to?
There's not really one specific that I'm looking forward to because I'm happy that they're doing it. It just means that the technology is there to be able to show more lifelike toons rather than the pixelated ones that we have currently. I think that the ones that are that are the most interesting are the trolls and the undead. The ones that have sort of more details to them. Because the undead, you have the skeleton parts and whatnot, and the missing jaws. Tauren, you just it's a cow on two legs basically. So, I'm glad.
Motherfucker.
Anyways, so I'm not really looking forward to anything in particular. Just the fact that they're doing it, it makes me happy because, there's only it's something new for you to stare at as you're walking through Orgrimmar or whatever.
The female orcs and that ass. The female orcs are known for their rumps.
I'm sorry, Sky. You chose the wrong podcast to come on.
So, Sky, your turn. I know you're going to say Night Elves.
Yes, definitely most excited about seeing the Night Elves, for sure. And
for that ass, too?
Yeah, definitely. The one that so far I'm most impressed with is actually the gnomes, just because before I thought they were so creepy looking, and like seriously, and nobody likes gnomes, and finally they actually look kind of cute and like interesting. Maybe more people will choose to play them.
Doy will definitely play him.
I told Tor when we watched the release of that, I said there's going to be a lot more pedophiles playing this game now. Tons of them. Yeah. They're going to be like, these gnomes look like children.
They flock in.
Of the night. They flock in.
Doy is definitely going to play a gnome because it looks like a midget.
No females can twerk.
No females twerk best.
Anyway.
They should change their dance to twerk.
Then you'll have no mages named Miley Cyrus or something.
Exactly.
New talent wrecking ball.
Nalagag, what are your thoughts?
What I'm loving to see is the undead, of course. The second one, I don't know. It's between the Tauren and the orcs. I am really surprised with the gnomes because now they actually look like a human. But there's only one thing that's concerned me. We see all these new character models, but how many of us have level 90s who's covered in gear? We don't even see their skin. We're not even gonna see. Really gonna see the models at all because of all their gear. That's the only thing.
New feature, Flash. You're able to flash your characters.
And I'm gonna hear about that. You asking Eerie to do that all the time.
Oh yeah, I do that now. I have a macro set up to strip all my gear down, and I'm just like, hey, baby.
All right, so we covered a lot tonight on Cawfee Talk, so I'm gonna start wrapping this up. Thank you.
Sky, were you done, by the way, before Tor rudely moved on? To
I was done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
I want to give a special thanks to Sky, Elite Free Geek. Her link will be in the channel.
Thank you for putting up with our shit.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for inviting me, guys.
It's just awesome.
Thank you for putting up with us.
Links down below. Toss up subscription. Trust me, it's worth it.
Well worth it.
Well worth it. And then that's pretty much it. Until next week or whenever we get a chance to get together, and Doy will actually show up.
Like that'll happen.
We have thank you Halvanis, thank you Dan, once again thank you Sky, and Nalagag again, and I'm Toray, and until the next Coffee Talk, later everybody.
See you guys.
Crystal meth, smoke it.